Rectilinear motion part 20 Incubation Academy. In this video we get some data or tables about the acceleration and time. From the data we try to understand what is the relationship between them. After that we try to find out the velocity and displacement of the particle at a time 4 seconds after starting. Let us see. Just see the table of data is given here. Time is represented in second, acceleration is represented in meter per second square. When t equal to 0, the value of acceleration is 0.00. When 1, then 1.00. When 2, then 1.414. Just see the rate of increase is slightly decreased now. 0 to 1, then 1.414. Then 3, 1.732. Again the rate of increase decreases. And this 4, it becomes 2.000. Here it is taken up to third decimal places, but if we were very much aware about the mathematics and if you have love of mathematics, then you understood that it is somewhere, it is the approximated value of root 2 and is the approximated value of root 3. So if I try to analyze this thing, so it is, we can say it is root over of 0, it is root over of 1 and it is root over of 4. So from it we can say the acceleration is somehow is proportional to that of root t. And what is the question that is asked there? Find out the velocity and displacement after a time t equal to 4 seconds. So the acceleration is equal to k into root over of t, where k is a constant of proportionality and we have to consider that k is not equal to 0, because if k is 0 then all possible values of t, the acceleration becomes 0. So this k not equal to 0 is very important thing. We can write this acceleration as dv dt equal to k into t to the power half. T to the power half is nothing but the root t. So dv equal to k into t to the power half into dt. Now we know the velocity of the particle, the change in velocity of the particle within the time interval, very small time interval dt. So if I want to find out the particle velocity after 4 seconds of starting from rest, so just try to analyze this data. That is, let us consider t equal to 0. The velocity of the particle is 0 since it is starting from rest. Okay, and we have to find out the velocity of the particle after 4 seconds. And what is the velocity? We have to find out this thing. We just take, for the time being we take it, that is v naught. Obviously it will be in meter per second square. So if I integrate this thing, then it will be dv, it is k is a constant, so it can be taken outside the integration. It will be t to the power half into dt. Now place concern about the when you are putting the limits. When t equal to 0, initially the velocity is also 0. When t equal to 4, at that time the velocity v naught that we have to determine. Here we have used the equation that is for integration, the formula that is x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. If I say the limits are a and b, then obviously it will be limits are a and b. So if I put this here, integration dv will be v, the limits are 0 and v, it is k, t to the power half means 1 by 2 plus 1 divided by 1 by 2 plus 1. The limits are 4 and 0. So obviously this thing becomes v minus 0, upper limit minus lower limit, and k into, it is t to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2, it is 0 to 4 So you can say V is equal to K 4 to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 minus 0 to the power 3 by 2, whatever be it after that below in the denominator, it will be 0. So you can say this thing is velocity is equal to K into, you can write down this thing as 2K by 3 since this thing is 0, so 2K by 3, so 4 to the power 3 by 2. 4 to the power 3 by 2 means square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2 and 2 cube is 8. So it will be 2K divided by 3 into 8, or we can say this thing is 16K, where K is the constant of proportionality, meter per second. So this is the velocity of it. Here I have to put this thing, that is the V naught. So the velocity of the particle after 4 seconds, that is 16K by 3 meter per second. Now if I want to find out the displacement of the particle from the initial position, then you can say from this equation, that is the velocity, from this equation, that is V naught equal to 16K divided by 3 meter per second square. It is a constant value. Okay, but from which equation I have started? I have started from this equation A equal to small k root over of t. That is the equation that we have understood from the table of data. So if I write after this, this is dv dt equal to k t to the power half. Now I try to write this thing using the chain rule. Okay, so I divide ds and again multiply by ds, so this thing becomes dv by dt again, but this is dv by ds, no problem. This thing becomes ds by dt. What is basically ds by dt? ds by dt is nothing but the velocity. ds by dt is nothing but the velocity. So I can write down this equation as v dv ds. ds by dt becomes v and dv ds is dv ds is equal to k into t to the power half. K into t to the power half. So if I have to find out the displacement from here, then we have to use this equation. Then from this equation, can you get a displacement? Because here it is integration of dv and it is the integration of time. It is the function of time. So the velocity, the displacement that we want to find out, that is also changing with time. We cannot get a particular value at that particular instant. Okay, so how we will find out this thing? We can get that is v naught equal to this, but what is the expression of velocity? If I want to find out the expression of velocity not at t equal to t to the power 3 by 2, we can say the expression of velocity is v, that is derived from here, that is k t to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. From this equation we have to understand this thing if I have not put in the limits. So it will be 2 by k divided by 3k, 2 by 3k divided by t to the power 3 by 2. So from this equation if I can write, so k equal to 2 divided by 3 3k to the power t to the power 3 by 2. So dv ds is ds by dt. One thing I am going to tell you here, what I have done using this method, This also can find out the displacement. If this something somewhere the term is here is function of s or function of v. If I going through this procedure, if I continuing this procedure, after the time we will get the displacement that is a function of velocity and time, which is not desirable, because at 4 seconds the velocity we have to got, the velocity is somehow it is a constant. The displacement or the velocity that we have got after 4 seconds, that should not be the function of time. It is a particular value at that particular instant. For that I have discarded this proceeding and I have allowed this proceeding. So it is, you don't think that it is the wrongdoing. It is finding out which method is appropriate, not here. So this is t to the power 3 by 2. So it is ds, it is 2 divided by 3k into dt. So just think now, if I do the integration now, if I say that when the body starts this, we'll put the limits later. After that, 2 divided by 3k t to the power 3 by 2 dt integration. Now if I put the limits, let us consider when t equal to 0, initially the particle is at rest. The displacement from the initial position is obviously 0. When the particle reaches after 4 seconds, when the particle reaches the position after 4 seconds, let us this position is s, that is it is at a distance s from the origin. So we can say that is s after integration 0 to s, and here 2 by 3k is a constant. T to the power 3 by 2 becomes t to the power 5 by 2 divided by 5 by 2. So it is 0 to 4. So this obviously becomes s minus 0, and from here 2 divided by 3k, 4 to the power 5 by 2 divided by 5 by 2 minus 0 to the power 5 by 2 divided by 5 by 2. So this thing obviously becomes 0. So from here if I write that is s, so it will be 4 divided by 3k, 4 divided by 3k, 4 to the power 5 by 2. The square root of 4 is 2 and 2 to the power 5 is 32. So if I write down this thing, then it will be 4 divided by 3k, and this is 32. And obviously this thing will be represented in meter. So one thing is left, that is I have to do the multiplication. So from here I have started from here. We get a data, that is it in table, that is how the data are varied. We check the pattern, we get a pattern that acceleration is proportional to that of the square root of time. Then since a equal to dv dt, we find it out the integration. By the integration procedure we have to find out that the velocity of the particle after 4 seconds, and we are able to find it. After that we try to find out from the equation of acceleration that is given here, that is acceleration equal to k root over of t. But the thing is, if we going through this procedure, we proceed through this process, then we can see after that if we integrate it, we get the value v and s, but there will be time dependence term. But when a particle is at a distance, some distance after time interval 4 seconds, at that time that should not be a function of time, that should be a constant. So we cannot proceed through this procedure. So we have adopted again adapted this one. Where we get this? We get this from the equation in the midway of deriving the dv dt, and from it we can find out the velocity at any instant. Here I am calculating for 4 seconds, but the velocity at any instant is k into t to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. So from it we get the instantaneous velocity of the particle at any instant. Now we are going to apply these things. Just see. Now we are going to apply this thing. And when we apply this thing, that is v equal to ds dt, now we have chosen. Now if I do the integration, after integration we get a constant value. So if I want to represent this thing, just see. Obviously particle is starting from here, and after 4 seconds, that is t equal to 0 second here and t equal to 4 second here. When it starts from here, its initial velocity is 0 meter per second. When it reaches here, its velocity at this point is 16k divided by 3 meter per second. Okay, and at this point the distance covered by it from this here to here, the distance covered by it is 4 divided by 3k into 32 meter. Okay, and acceleration over the total path is proportional to, we can say, acceleration over the total path is proportional to the square root of time. Okay, but if I want to find out the acceleration at that instant, then obviously if I apply this thing, then obviously it is 2k meter per second square. But the thing that in the questions may ask that why I have not used the equation that is v equal to u plus at, since we know the acceleration at this point, since we know the initial velocity and all of these things. So why I have not used this? Since the expression is 2k meter per second square at t equal to 4 seconds is known to me. But if you go deep inside, data of the table also indicates us when t equal to 0 second, the acceleration is 0. T equal to 1, it is 1. T equal to 2, it is root over of 2. And t equal to 3, it is 1.732. So the acceleration is changed over the path every little bit of time. So we cannot use here the normal mathematical equation. We have to use here the integration, because integration is concerning over each and every little instant of time. When I am writing down that A equal to dv dt, you know what it actually means? It basically means that limit del t tends to 0 del v del t for a very small time interval. If I choose that at that time the velocity is v, and after a time interval t plus del t plus t, we can say t plus del t or del t plus t, the velocity becomes v plus del v. So the change in velocity divided by change in time is this. But what does the means del t tends to 0? Del t tends to means we make this interval very small. As much you can think, we can say this interval that I have considered is smallest than as much you can think. If you say the interval is 0.5 second, I will say no, it is 0.1 second. That is the significance of del t tends to 0. If you say, okay, I take the interval, very small interval, 0.01 second, I will say no, now I take the interval 0.001 second. So each and every little bit of time, the motion is observed, taken care by the procedure of integration. Since the particle is moving continuously, so you can easily apply the method of integration. So all the time by equation of motions we cannot get the result. Thank you.